Heroes and Legends. Generations 4. The Holy War. Episode 23. Allied Forces Attack. All of the Risi are finally united. At long last, Jane, Trey, Stanley, Ray, Robert and Aaliyah Super, and Calvin of the Baja could all now fight as one as they face off against the Tog forces led by Yates and Moore. Stanley, now the head commander of this brave force. It's during this time that Ray met up with Sheen and hugged his brother. Now they could no longer need the ally in secret. These old friends can now fight as one. Brother Ray, long I prayed for this day. Brother Ray then said, yes, indeed. I thought more people had to die to us to work together. But the heavens are indeed kind. And then Calvin arrived and said, my lord Nixdorf has permitted me to join you, Lord. All of us Risi must stand together, no? And then Aaliyah was stunned to see another Risi commander. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. And then Robert said, the bank run one. Good. All of us are here. All right, Stanley, what's your orders? And Trey grabbed his spear and prepared for war. Stanley grabbed his big sword and everyone turned around to face him. Stanley then pointed his sword at the Tog country. We eradicate the Tog. Those forces must be eradicated. We will show them the true strength of a united Risi front. He hoisted his sword in the air and pointed it and commanded all the Risi to charge. Everyone charged hard against the Tog position. The Tog forces were stunned. All of the Risi, the Elder, and Billdaron Risi were not fighting each other, but were fighting as one. Yates was stunned. What? I can't believe it. What transpired? I don't understand this. I gotta get out of here. Somebody help. Then Moore said, my lord, we will fight to make sure that you escape this battle. Prepare. And Leah was like, I can't let that swinely old dog escape. Everyone, we must work together. And then the Super used their max to stop bombarding the Rishian forces. Elsewhere, Stanley was racing toward Yates. He was determined to defeat him and win a secure victory for the Risi, the united Risi, at long last. However, trouble will strike as Rishian reinforcements arrived. Eseen and Chao Ko had arrived. Stanley then powered up himself as rampaging the battlefield, determined to stop Yates at all costs. No matter who, even from the Nabu people, cannot stop Stanley. Eseen and Chao, very fresh in the battlefield, braced themselves for the mighty behemoth of Stanley. However, Stanley's sword and his abilities to summon ghost-like figures to fight on the stead as well, and his very presence was too much for these two, as they collapsed and downtrodden and forced to retreat before they end up dying. However, it was enough time for Yates to escape, and Yates and the Tog forces retreated, but they were greatly and badly damaged, and half of their strength was gone. The Risi still counted this as a victory, as the united forces proved themselves a strong and worthy force. Elsewhere, Eseen, along with the androids X-15, Blaster Dread, and In-Zero, team up with Cisco, Sis, and Cisco May of the UDN and the elders Cephal, Paige, to put the Rishian top scientist Levorn Shen down. And then Levorn Shen, stunned. What? These forces have all joined together? Curse it. My robots, go and destroy them. The Cisco brothers, or cousins I should say, worked together to beat back the robots as they were intelligent and learn a way how to dismantle the robots while fighting them. Paige went to prove herself in this battle, as she did not want to be outclassed by the Eseen nor the androids, as she must prove her worth as the future leader of our own country. I am determined. I will rebuild my father's kingdom in a new and prosperous age. Will prepare. I must prove myself a strong leader. Prepare yourself, evil scientists. I am coming to end you. Then the law faction forces had arrived, my old force, and also the electrical faction. What? Old force, my father. Perfect. I'll prove my might. Paige was proving her might alright. She used a sword that she had gained from armor of the Guardian and started to use her martial arts skills to slay many enemies, electrical and law forces. The Orisians were stunned. They couldn't believe that she was so strong. Elsewhere, at a distance, more reinforcements for the Orisian arrived, this time from Alan Jr. and Mr. Gray, who came to see Paige up close. They was quite surprised that Paige was fighting so well. Impressed by this, they decided to move up against her and face her. However, Dr. Levorn, the scientist, had moved through a corridor and the alien forces were guarding it. The Orisonnian, determined to defeat the scientist, used up all his power and became full power for the first time in a long time, and began to work his magic and nearly wiping out the alien forces. Forced to retreat with their tails between their legs. The alien forces retreat. However, Dr. Levorn, Shenzhen had escaped, but most of his robotic army was completely dismantled or destroyed. The Orisians had lost their key robotic army in this fight. The Eseen, Lucay and Elder forces had achieved an amazing victory, and Paige had proven herself to be a worthy warrior. And as the alien forces retreated, Alan Jr. looked at Paige from a distance, wondering if they themselves were on the right side of this war.